Anong puwede kong gawin kapag parang wala nang nangyayari? Pag-usapan natin 'yan in this new Trying Hard podcast episode. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Trying Hard with Laika podcast. And this time, I'm going to answer a question na oddly tinanong sa akin in person ng isa sa inyo. Isa sa mga tryhards na nakikinig ng podcast. And nung tinanong niya to sa akin, I figured, uy, maraming pwedeng nasa similar na situation. Kasi nakakita na rin ako ng ilang comments, ilang messages na similar yung tanong. Kaya naisipan kong pag-usapan na natin dito ngayon. And if you're new here dito sa ating podcast, new here dito sa channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow para hindi nyo ma-miss yung mga susunod pa nating mga pag-uusapan. Okay? Now, there are a few things we need to talk about. And ang unang-una dito, bago ako magbigay ng advice, kailangan natin malaman kung gaano ka-accurate yung pagkakasabi ng walang nangyayari or stagnant na ako or walang improvement, no? And I'm saying that kasi I know how it is to feel like nothing's happening, nothing's changing, walang progreso, walang improvement. And being to the point pa nga of frustration, as in nafu-frustrate ako kasi parang feeling ko walang nangyayari, only to be proven otherwise. Only to be proven wrong kasi hindi pala totoong walang nangyayari. Feeling ko lang walang nangyayari or akala ko walang nangyayari, akala ko walang improvement pero marami na pala. And a few days ago, I posted this on my Facebook page. I think pinost ko rin siya online sa iba pang platforms. Pero basically what I said is that just because you feel like you're not growing doesn't mean it's true. Maturity can go unnoticed precisely because focusing on the task at hand without constantly comparing yourself with anyone, including your old self, could be one of its biggest signs. And even when it seems like nothing is changing, you staying can mean an increase in something so many people lack these days, which is patience. And I stand by what I said right there. Hindi ibig sabihin na feeling mo lang nangyayari ay totoong walang nangyayari. At kahit wala pang nangyayari at walang nagbabago, meron pa ring nangyayari, which is you are growing your patience. Pero, himayin pa natin even further, I need you to ask yourself a few probing questions. Kasi magkakaiba ang tatlong bagay na ito. So, first, we're going to talk about a pause. Okay? Minsan sa buhay, akala natin, wala nangyayari, nasasayang ang lahat, walang progreso. Pero in fact, ang nangyayari lang pala is just a pause. And the truth is, in life, you need to pause every now and then. And I wrote this sa aking journal that you pause to go. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Sa buhay, sometimes we need to take a pause, no? Take a breather, huminga muna saglit, ihinto panandalian ng mga bagay para makabulusok tayo or makagawa pa tayo ng even more. We need to pause to go. Now, bakit natin pinag-uusapan ito and bakit siya iba kaysa doon sa stagnation na tinatawag, which we'll get to in a minute, no? Ang pausing kasi is very deliberate. And ang pause is just basically stopping for a while. Meron siyang period of time. And yung pause na yan, you know is temporary. And there's nothing wrong with that. May mga dreams tayo sometimes that we put on hold, no? Yung, okay, hindi mo na ito ang focus ko ngayon. Babalikan ko yan. And sa buhay ko, ganun din. Actually, there are things na I wish I could keep going, pero may mga bagay na kailangan ko munang i-pause panandalian kasi hindi pa kaya or kailangan ko munang i-shelve ngayon para i-revisit sometime in the future. Hindi pa rin nawawala yung paghawak ko sa bagay na yun. And yun yung malaking difference between pausing and yung next nating pag-uusapan. So again, baka hindi ka naman nagsastagnate. You're just pausing to go one day in the future. And you can give yourself that. Now, yung second thing, or second paghinto, kumbaga, is an actual stop. Now, yung stop is different from a pause. Kasi, di ba pause, pag nag-pause ka kahit sa kanta, pag nag-pause ka, pwede mo siyang i-play mamaya. Ang stop is different kasi it will just stop it altogether. And pag huminto na siya, hindi mo na siya pwedeng balikan kung saan ka huminto. So if we pause to go, ano naman ang ginagawa natin when we stop? And in my journal, I wrote that we stop in order to pivot. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Humihinto tayo sa mga bagay para makapivot tayo or makapagsimula tayo ng something else. Para makapag-change tayo ng direction. Para makapag-prioritize tayo ng ibang mga bagay. So in life, when you feel like nothing's happening, we could ask ourselves, is this just a pause sa ginagawa ko, sa quest ko na to, sa dream ko na to? Or is this a decision to fully stop? Magsa-stop ako kasi I will just do something else in its stead. Hindi na ako nagpapahinga para lang magpahinga, para makapagpatuloy. Humihinto ako dahil may ibang mas kailangan akong gawin. And I really think people need to know the distinction, yung difference between a pause and a stop. Kasi so many of us live in regret. And yung paglingon lagi doon sa nakaraan or paglingon lagi na what if ganyan. Kasi hindi nakapag-commit na itong bagay na to ay stop na, hindi na lang pause. And I'm not saying that kasi na-master ko na tong bagay na to, no? Pero I'm saying it because I've learned in life that there are dreams nga again that I need to put an end to. Dreams that need to die in order to give other dreams life. And if I continually fool myself na hindi to stop, pause lang to. Ang nangyayari minsan, yung nasa utak natin pa rin or nasa puso pa rin natin, it still takes up space. Nagtitake up pa rin siya ng RAM sa buhay natin. At hindi ka pa rin makapagsingit ng something else na pwede mong gawin. Magandang example talaga dito yung music eh. Kasi di ba sa mga music apps, kahit hanggang ngayon, kapag nag-pause ka ng isang kanta, ang ibig sabihin nun would be, hindi ka pwedeng makapag-play ng ibang kanta maliban dun sa kantang nakapause for now. And in order for you to, leave room para may iba kang pakinggan, you either change an application or, again, you stop this playlist muna and then you tap on the next song. And maybe if you're watching this and thinking about it, maybe it's your cue na there are things na you hit pause on na actually it will make more sense na to stop that so you could do something else for your own freedom, kumbaga. So yun yung stop. So again, you pause to go and then you stop to pivot. Now, yung third would be yung actual na stagnation. Di ba? Yung, okay, walang nangyayari, nothing's happening, nag-stagnate na ako dito. And anong purpose nitong pagiging stagnant natin? Now, yung stagnant, actually, meron na siyang negative na connotation. We talk about stagnation as, desierto, the Dead Sea, yung mga binabahayan ng lamok na may dengue. At kailangan talaga siya, kumbaga, ibig sabihin, tigilan, linisin, may mangyaring kakaiba, kumbaga. Now, we'll talk about stagnation and what to do about that. But before we do that, let's just take a quick break. So, siya yung bumibili ng planner, taon-taon kasi New Year, New You. Oo. Pero hindi niya naman sinusulatan. Kasi daw pangit yung sulat niya, sayang yung papel. Tapos minsan, January, okay pa, sinusulatan niya, ginagamit niya. February, okay pa. Tapos susunod niyang bubuksan, September na. Ganun ka rin ba? Ako rin kasi, kaya nga gumawa ko ng sarili kong planner. Ito ang planner na para sa mga try-hard, kagaya ko. At dahil hindi nakakahiya maging trying hard, mas nakakahiya to not try at all, nilagay na natin sa cover mismo. This planner is undated, kaya pwede mo simulan gamitin kahit kailan. At kung makakalimutan gamitin pwede mong gamitin ulit. Walang masasayang na papel. But I should warn you, this planner is not for everyone. Parang yung podcast natin. Others may look at it and say it's too much or it's too messy. Pero I made these choices para hindi kayo mahiyang gamitin. This is the kind of planner you can use and abuse. Aside from the monthly spread, weekly spread, at yung task list, meron din siyang mga activity sheets that you can use sa inyong journey sa personal development. At kung ready ka na bumili para sa'yo o para panregalo, you can go to bit.ly/tryinghard planner. And for the first 100 orders hanggang November 30, I will also include a dedication kung gusto nyo lang naman. You just let us know dun sa notes kung kaninong pangalan ang isusulat. Now, I always tell you to dream big, work hard, and start now. This planner right here is actually one of my big dreams, so thank you all for making it come true. All right, welcome back. So we already talked about how we pause in order to go in the future. We stop in order to pivot. And now we stagnate. Okay, nandito tayo sa pinakamalalang, sabihin na natin, form ng paghinto. Ng kawalan talaga ng progreso or hindi pag-usad, no? Kawalan ng movement. And in my mind, it's actually not a waste din when you get to that point na you're stagnating. Kasi this is an opportunity for you to restart. Ulitin ko yan, ha? You stagnate to restart. And in many ways, this is the most painful of the three. Kasi pag nag-pause ka, pwede ka namang mag-go mamaya. Pag nag-stop ka, pwede kang, alam mo yun, mag-pivot lang. Pero when we're talking about stagnation, it's a complete restart, a reboot ng kung ano yung ginagawa mo. So imagine yung pag nag-freeze yung laptop mo or yung device mo, di ba? Kailangan mo ng full na reboot or restart. And what that also means would be lahat. Okay? Hindi lang yung bagay na yun, hindi lang yung task at hand, hindi lang yung specific dream or goal na yun ang mapuput on hold, but that you have to really revisit your entire system, your entire life. And the reason why I say that is because ang stagnation is not just something that happens overnight. Malaking factor dito yung time. Kasi hindi naman stagnant agad yung tubig. Kumaga, hindi na agad siya babahayan agad ng lamok. Kung 2 seconds pa lang siyang naghihintay or 2 seconds pa lang siyang still, may element of time talaga siya. And you know you're stagnating if nothing is happening for over a long period of time. So, there are many ways that we could do this restart, sa totoo lang, when you're stagnating now or you're stagnant. And I'm going to offer just 2 solutions. Okay? And yung 2 solutions na yun are, number 1, you scrap everything and start all over, which is really one of the definitions, no? Primary definition ng restart. Basically, tapon mo lahat, hinto ka lahat, evaluate lahat, start all over again. That's the easy part. And then your second piece of advice would be to try to fix the situation. And in order to try to fix stagnation, may 2 steps dito. And an illustration that I like using when it comes to this type of situation is the Dead Sea. So the idea kasi ng Dead Sea, if you're familiar with it, is that, di ba, yung mataas yung salinity niya, maalat siya. And one of the reasons is because meron siyang inlet, ibig sabihin meron siyang pasukan kasi nasa mababang ano siya below sea level, kumbaga yung mababa yung pwesto ng Dead Sea. So yung mga other bodies of water, they feed the Dead Sea. But dahil mababa yung Dead Sea, wala siyang output. Okay? So yun yung reason kung bakit siya nagsastagnate. And when it comes to stagnant water, ganun din ang ginagawa natin. Anyone who has kept an aquarium would know what I'm talking about. If you want movement sa something that is stagnant, you drill 2 holes, no? The first is to have space for things to go inside. And the second would be to have space for things to go outside. So it has to be a movement through or a movement inside. And yung first natin, yung movement through would be to make sure na, okay, kung nagsastagnate ako, I would either open a possibility for me to learn something new sa situation na ito. Tatanggap ako ng resources, tatanggap ako ng education, tatanggap ako ng training, i-maximize ko yung input sa akin. And or, number 2, magbibigay ka. So that you become not just a stagnant body of water na tigatanggap or tigatambay lang, pero nagbibigay ka sa iba. And in my life, nung lalo na sa corporate work ako, which to me was very draining kasi I felt like, yun, literally, walang nangyayari sa buhay ko. Ano ba? Ito na bang gagawin ko for the rest of my life? One of the things that helped me dun sa proseso na yun was that. So I would spend time sa certificate training, sa certificate programs, taking things in. And then I would also spend time giving out sa ibang tao. So I would train people. I was very active nung time na yun, lalo na sa ministry. So I would set up mga training programs, mga summer boot camp for kids, like bigay ng bigay. Whatever I know, I would give. So that yung inflow ng learning, ng knowledge, and ng experience, bumabalik din siya or lumalabas din siya. And when you do that in life, yung alam mo na things are going through you, you would not feel so stagnant. Kasi again, nakikita mo na isa kang basically straw ka when it comes to knowledge. So that's my piece of advice. Now, the other option, para maiwasan yung pagiging stagnant. Di ba pag merong stagnant na tubig, ano yung pwede natin gawin na quick fix para hindi siya maging stagnant? Well, we move inside. No? Sinistir natin siya. Kinakalog natin, di ba? Para mag-shake siya at mag-shift yung tubig. And that is also something that may be happening to you right now. Which is the reason why you clicked on this episode, why you're watching this video, why you ask this same question. There already is that movement that's stirring inside of you. And what I would encourage you to do would be to take that, no? Yung parang, okay, stagnant ako, may gusto akong baguhin, may movement na inside me. Take that and turn it into something else. Kasi kung puro stirring lang inside, puro movement lang inside, what we have to understand is once the movement stops, the water would go back to its stagnant form again. So yun yung mga pieces of, I guess, encouragement, an attempt at encouragement na ibibigay ko sa inyo about this conversation dun sa walang nangyayari. You have to first determine if you are on a pause, if this is a stop, or you are already stagnant, and then figure out kung ano yung mga steps natin moving forward. Hindi naman kailangan sa buhay na go, go, go lagi. Di ba? Contrary to what Rufa May would say, hindi laging go, go, go. May mga pagkakataon talagang ganito. But it's very important for you to recognize kung ano talaga yung nangyayari so that you could maximize yung situation na yun. And whether you're on pause, deciding to stop, or already stagnant, there always is a way to move forward. And practically, that's basically all we do dito sa Trying Hard. I hope this conversation has helped you. And again, if you have any other questions, requests, or anything like that, don't forget to reach out to me on my social media accounts. You can also send, kung meron kayong letter, situation, gusto nyong idulog, itanong sa bit.ly/asklikeapod para masagot natin yan sa mga susunod na episodes. And as we always say, dito sa podcast na ito, dream big, work hard, start now, and don't let those who call you a try hard keep you from trying hard. Marami mga trials, try pa rin tayo ng try. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!